The krupke experiment was a thing where each member of the band could be done by a different person, as in Mike Krupke played by Stig Olafsson, played by, where any individual could play on a track, and that was that. But there were no takers, so I thought I'd do it all myself. Yeah, I've been writing songs since I was about 12, but this particular project, which is different from Maisie Cornfield, about three and a bit years now. Music, or more than music, would have made a terrible priest. You can't serve God if you don't do what he asks you. So in my music and bits, you'll find a lot of varying opinions. Not necessarily true, don't get me wrong, I like people, but sometimes humanity makes me sick. So, but music's a good outlet, and it hurts nobody. Really, I just keep making music as much as I can, and yeah, try and enjoy life best we can do. Hmm. Yeah, those who were different, who've got the balls to be different, I think. Sort of like Frank Zappa. He didn't hold any punches, and he liked to make a mockery of things that are sacred or whatever. Um, yeah, people like that who take a risk and just do it. They're good. Yeah, in some ways they do. They do have a lot to learn. Um, they encompass all the bad things. I mean, read Leviticus. The music industry encompasses pretty much all of the sins you can think of. One good example was that television program The Voice, where a contestant was told to wear something nicer. So what he sounds like doesn't matter, but he has to look nice, because that's what perception is these days. Be pretty, act pretty, and if you are pretty, you will succeed. Vanity, greed, it's all there. They need to change their ways and just accept what it is for what it is. It's just people making music, not pretty things to market to people who aren't pretty. I mean, dark Aborigines and people in wheelchairs, they're ugly. Let's hide them away. You'll never see them on the 6 o'clock news. It's best to use people with pleasanter hues as it goes on. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, well, that depends on what you call music. Um, these days it's all programmable, 1 2 1 2 1 2, with lots of pornography and teenage sex and things like that, but real music in itself I don't think will ever die. There's always going to be someone out there playing the flute. So I think, yeah, music generally is in good hands. Just don't go down the wrong path. Yeah, in a fair world, there's always going to be room for art. The self-expression is something that man has always done since cave paintings. So yeah, art won't disappear. And art in music, I think, will always be there. Yes, it is harder these days because it's like hundreds of millions of people all competing for the same spot. The internet, YouTube is just continuous, so it is a lot harder and less people are doing it live because nowadays you have to either pay to play or bring your own audience. So, and that's not always practical. So it is a lot harder for musicians and people to do stuff these days. Permits, nanny state, blah blah blah. Hmm. Um, yeah, look, young people today, they've just gone turn backs on the pornography and the mass manufactured boom, 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 boom stuff and just get back to basics. Pick up an instrument, learn to play. Um, have asked for more music programs in schools um, and participate together. Um, yeah, because it's just going to get worse. Um, there's just so many naked bum swinging people around. You just get away from all that stuff and just get back to basic real music. I think that'd be the best thing for everybody. Um, I'm not a prude or anything, but I think enough is enough. Don't you? Well, they can participate proactive, care less about video games, Facebook, social networking, and actually get out. I mean, it's a privilege to vote, but vote for the right reasons. Don't do it for selfish reasons. Vote for things like solar power, wind power, getting away from fossil fuel dependency, better infrastructure, more hospitals in more places, less sports grounds, less sport. It's kind of like some outrageous percentage of the budget goes to sports. Yet we have hospitals with extended waiting lists and people living in regional Australia that have thousands of miles to travel just to see a doctor. That ain't right. So if they want to get involved, yes, they can get involved by doing something positive and making sure that their future is secured because today's young person is tomorrow's old fart. Um, yeah, room for art and music in public spaces. You just got to go against the grain and do it. If you've got a gear, set it up and play. If it's not wanted, I'm sure the people will decide and do it. Yeah, the next thing I'll do is Revelations, which is an earlier album I produced. That I don't know. Um, yes, yes, it is worth it. in the long run, because if I can make at least one or two people happy, my work here is done. My favourite colour is purple, like the movie, which is when I think that Miss Oprah was at her finest. Um, Beef ribs in tomato sauce. Oh, no, wait. Oh, scallopini? Damn, it's a hard one. Francesco de Fiore at the moment. Much brilliance. I guess, yeah, that's what I do. What's cool? My kids. Yeah, they look. Um, be nice to each other and find out what the fuck this is.